when you have a new battery and you check that it is written 9 volt maximum output, this is called EMF. So Hamad, make the first concept for today. EMF is the total voltage, maximum voltage which a battery can produce. For example, when you go to a market and you look at the battery, normally it is written 12 volt. This 12 volt is called EMF. So what is the concept? EMF is the maximum voltage a battery can produce. Can you repeat the concept? What is EMF?
EMF is the battery at which the maximum force is produced.
EMF is the maximum voltage which a battery can produce.
Okay.
What is the concept? Repeat.
EMF is the point at which
maximum voltage.
EMF is the point at which the battery can produce the
I
maximum.
repeat. Now listen carefully. EMF is the maximum voltage which a battery can produce. Now repeat. What is EMF?
EMF is the maximum voltage a battery can produce.
It is the capacity. Suppose you can run, okay? Now you can run at a maximum capacity. This is your EMF. Similarly, the battery, which when you buy a battery, they put a marking on it. Now look at this battery marking. What this marking tells? What this marking tells? That the battery can produce how much voltage? Look at these arrows. I have made many arrows for you so you can focus. What is these arrows pointing for? What these arrows are telling?
EMF 12 watt.
12 volt. Battery can produce 12 volts. So can you repeat the concept? What is EMF concept? It is the maximum voltage a battery can produce.
It is a maximum voltage a battery can produce.
Yes, it is the maximum voltage which a battery can produce. So you have to remember this concept that a battery can produce a limited voltage. This is the limited voltage which a battery can produce. Now we move to the definition. This is an important definition. It has appeared many times in the paper. You have to learn it by heart. It is the energy dissipated in driving a unit positive charge round a complete circuit. You have to copy this screen.
Okay, sir.
And remember, you have to start copying quickly.
Okay. So done. Done.
Good. Okay, this is a definition. And Hamad, can you repeat the concept for me? What is what is EMF as a concept?
EMF. The maximum voltage produced by a battery.
It is the maximum voltage produced by a battery. And look at the definition again. This definition is quite important and it has appeared many times in the paper. It has appeared many times in the paper. Now see the formula. EMF is equal to work done by a source upon charge. And see the formula. E is equal to W upon Q. Now you have to copy this screen. Have you copied it?
1 second, sir. Done.
Okay. What is the unit? What is the unit of EMF?
What is the unit of EMF?
Yes. What is the unit of EMF?
Volt.
Very good. So just keep how you get on this subject. Keep on revising, keep on answering, and increase your speed. So because in the paper you have to do a lot of work in a short time, EMF and PD are dimensionally consistent. They both have the same unit. What is the unit of voltage? What is the unit of voltage? The unit of voltage
Is ampere.
look on the screen.
Volt.
Volt. The unit of PD is volt. Unit of EMF is volt. Every power source has some resistance, its own resistance, and that is called internal resistance. Its symbol is small r. We are putting our next concept. So, for example, when you run a generator, it produces a lot of sound. Why generators produce a lot of sound? Because they have some internal resistance. When you put a mobile on charging, mobile battery always get heat up. Why? Because the battery has some internal resistance. The resistance of a power source, the resistance of a power source is called internal resistance, and the symbol is small r. The symbol is small r.
Small r.
Okay, you have to copy this screen. To copy the definition and the symbol. Okay, Hamad, have you copied it?
Yes, sir. Done.
Good. So, what is internal resistance?
Every
Every
power
power
source
source.
has some resistance called as internal resistance.
Good. And this internal resistance is present inside the body, inside the circuit, inside the device. Now,
Yeah.
EMF is the total voltage which is produced by the battery. Now, what happens when you run a generator, when you run a power source, there is some internal resistance which is called small r. So some voltage is lost on that. There is an external resistance and some voltage is lost on that. So suppose you have bought a new battery. Suppose you have bought a new battery and it is 9 volt. This 9 volt is called the EMF. When you run the battery, 1 volt is lost inside the battery and 8 volt is still available. This 1 volt which is lost is called internal voltage, and this 1 volt is called internal voltage, and the 8 volt is called external voltage. Now you have to make a make another concept. When you run a battery, when you run a battery or a power source, when you run a battery or a power source, some voltage is lost inside the battery. That is the internal voltage. Some voltage is available for you. That is called external voltage. So there is a concept of external or internal. Now you have to copy this conceptual sheet.
Okay, sir, done.
So now this is our next concept, Hamad, that there are two types of resistances. One is called external resistance and second is called internal resistance. The resistance of a battery inside the battery is called internal resistance. Now, example, when you charge a mobile phone on a socket board, you feel mobile phone battery gets heat up. This is the internal resistance. When you run the mobile phone, you are using it, then it is using external resistance. Now, look at this diagram. You know this diagram before also, but now I have added a letter small r. What is small r standing for? What small r means?
Resistance.
Small r means what resistance?
Internal.
Internal resistance. Good. Small r is shown like this. So when you run a circuit, some voltage is lost within the battery and some voltage is available for the external source. This is how every circuit works. Some voltage is lost within the circuit and some voltage is available for the external use. You have to copy this diagram. You have to copy this screen. Okay, Hamad, have you copied it?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
So, Hamad, let's quickly revise the concept. When you buy a new battery, brand new battery even, when you run a new battery, some of the voltage is lost within the battery and the remaining voltage is available to you. The internal voltage is called the internal resistance case, and the voltage which is available to you is called external voltage. So actually in every circuit, this is the rule. Now the concept of connecting wire is coming. You must have seen some devices have long wires. Even in our houses, extension leads have long wires which are not suitable. If there is a short wire, ignore it. But if there is a long wire, you have to consider and you have to remember. What is the concept? You have to remember that resistance is directly proportional to, look at this one. Resistance is directly proportional to, can you please respond, Hamad? Resistance is directly proportional to what?
Long wire.
Length of the wire. Resistance is directly proportional to the length of the wire. It means long wires have high resistance and short wires have low resistance. Can you please repeat? Resistance is proportional to? Hamad replied, resistance is proportional to length of the wire.
Length.
Resistance is proportional to the
Length of the wire.
long wires have high resistance and short wires have
Low resistance.
low resistance. So this is the idea. And this is the rule that you can ignore it. And now you have to copy this screen. Have you copied it?
Yes. Yes, sir. Done.
Now, can you repeat, Hamad? Resistance is proportional to, can you please respond? Resistance is proportional to,
Length of the wire.
short wires have
Low resistance.
and long wires have
High resistance.
high resistance. So that is why long wires are never good. Now we made a concept. There is an external voltage, there is an internal voltage. If you combine them, you will get the EMF. You can look at this concept again here. Now look at this screen. The total voltage, how much is the total voltage, Hamad? Look at the screen.
Total voltage 9V.
9 volt. 1 volt
Yeah.
is lost and 8 volt is used. So what is the total voltage in number?
Yes, sir.
What is the total voltage in number? I have made so many arrows around it.
9.
9 volts. Then what is this 1 volt and what is this 8 volt?
One is the internal and 8 is the external volt.
That is the concept now. So now we reach this concept. So you have to remember this concept very strongly, and we can get now the symbolic language. EMF is equal to V plus V. You have to copy this.
Yes, sir.
You have to copy this screen.
Okay, done.
So what is the formula for EMF?
EMF V plus V. Capital V plus V.
Capital V plus small v. So if you have a device, you can look at the device. This is the circuit, and I'm ignoring the connecting wire lost voltage. Now see the formula. V is equal to IR. I put IR here, and I got the formula. EMF is equal to I bracket R plus R. What is small r in this article? What's the meaning of small r?
Small r is the.
We started this. We have done this symbol just now.
Sir, I remember 1 minute.
You can look at the work notes.
Okay, I can look there. Okay. Oh, yes, sir. It was internal voltage and external voltage.
Internal voltage and internal resistance. Small r is the internal resistance. What is small r? Hamad reply. What is small r?
Small r is
You can look at the
internal
notes. You can look at the.
internal resistance.
Okay,
Internal
now please repeat. What is small? What is capital R?
external voltage.
External resistance. And what is small r?
What is small r?
Internal.
Internal
Internal what?
voltage.
No. Please look at the screen. What is internal connected with? Small r is internal.
Voltage.
Please look at the screen again. I have made around 5-6 arrows for you. What is internal? What is small r?
Internal resistance.
Internal resistance. And what is small v? Now see this connection. What is small v?
External.
What is small v? Please look at the screen. What is small v?
Internal voltage.
Internal voltage. What is capital V?
Yes, sir.
Please look at the screen. What is capital V?
External voltage.
And what is capital R?
External resistance.
Okay. Now please quickly respond again. What is small r means? What small r means?
Internal resistance.
And what is small v means?
Internal voltage.
And capital R means?
External resistance.
And capital V?
External voltage.
Voltage. Now please very alert during the class. You have to remember these terms and you have to face the midterm there. Now you have to copy this small derivation for EMF. Copy this.
Okay. Okay, sir, done.
Now, give us side heading, Hamad, EMF versus PD. Have you given the heading EMF versus PD? Hamad, reply, please.
Yes, sir. Done.
Please reply. What is EMF? This was our first topic in the class. What is EMF?
EMF.
You can look at the
Yes.
first point in our class today.
Sir, EMF is the maximum voltage produced by a battery.
EMF is the maximum voltage which a battery can produce.
Yes.
EMF is the maximum voltage which a battery can produce. Acha, what is PD? This is a topic we did some time back.
Yes, sir.
What is PD?
PD we studied in the last class, right?
In the last class, right?
PD is I should remember right now, but oh yeah, PD is
The work done per unit charge. Now, Hamad, make a very important concept. You have to be very alert to understand this challenging concept. When you are running a generator or you are running a battery, it is converting any form of energy into electrical. It is converting any form of energy into electrical. So when you convert any form of energy into electrical, you call it EMF. What is the concept? When you convert any form of energy into electrical, it is called EMF. So this is actually energy supplied from a power source, like the energy supplied from a power source to a circuit is EMF. So EMF is actually the power in the system. It converts, EMF is a measure of the conversion of any form of energy to electrical. So when you run a generator, it produces electricity. This is EMF. When you run a battery, it produces electricity. This is also EMF. Ahmad, can you
okay.
repeat what is EMF?
EMF is a measure of conversion of any form of energy into electrical energy.
Good. So now you have to copy this screen.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir, done.
So this is EMF. Now, what is PD? It's a very technical concept. What is PD? When you convert any form of electrical into any other form, when you convert electrical to any other form, it is called PD. What is
Okay. PD is a measure of conversion of electrical energy into any other form of energy.
So, for example, Hamad, you run a room heater. Okay, when you run a room heater, electrical energy converts into what form of energy?
Hmm. Uh,
Heater,
into heat energy, of
heat
course.
energy. So this is called PD. Acha, when you run a lamp, electrical energy is converted into what form of energy?
Light energy.
Light energy. So you got the concept. Now, this is a very important concept. When you convert any form to electrical, it is EMF. And when you convert electrical to any other form, it is PD. Now you have to copy this screen. When you convert any form of energy into electrical, it is called PD.
PD. Okay, sir. Done writing this. Okay, sir. Done.
Good. And now this is a summary concept. To make the concept further refined, you have to copy this screen.
Okay, done. Okay, done.
Let me know once you have copied it.
Yes, done. Done. Sir, done copying. If you can hear me.
Oh, good. So, Hamad, look at the concept. You can convert any form of energy into electrical is EMF, which means when you generate electricity, it is EMF. And when you use electricity, it is PD. Now, this is the circuit. When you switch on the circuit, you can attach a voltmeter and the switch is open. You can read it for EMF. When you close the switch, when you switch on the light, it is now closed. Now it shows external PD. So now you have to give a heading combination of EMF sources. You have to give new heading. Now, first make the concept. In many devices, you use more than one cell. For example, in a remote control, you normally put two cells. This is called combination of EMF sources. For example, a battery. What is a battery? Battery is a combination of cells. This is called combination of
Okay.
EMF sources. So when you combine two or more cells, it is called combination of EMF sources. Series, parallel, both options combined, you can choose the word. Now you have to copy this screen. Hamad, let me know once you have copied these 3 lines. Quickly copy them. So let me know once you have copied it.
Done. Done.
Please reply if you have copied it.
Sir,
Only
I'm
3 lines.
done. Done. Sir, done copying. Hello. Hello.
Yes. Have you copied that? In a series
Yes.
circuit, when you are using a series combination, you connect the cells back to back, one after each other in a terrain. In a series, PD is divided, current is the same, resistance increases. So look at this circuit, cells are connected in series back to back. The EMF increases, voltage increases, but the current is the same. Actually, current decreases, but current remains the same throughout the circuit. Now you have to copy this screen.
Okay, sir, done.
Okay, Hamad, have you copied it? Please reply. Have you copied it?
Yes, sir.
Hamad, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, done.